you know, you can still create distance for yourself from individuals that affect you negatively without judging them or criticizing them or condemning them. It's a thing. I bring this up because the more self-aware you become, and it is an awareness of self and how you interact with the universe, the energies around you, the people around you, you start to see that it doesn't matter which level a person is at, they're always doing their best. Doesn't mean what they're doing is good for you. And if you were to maybe judge them by society morals or laws or cultural traditions or whatever it is you want to use as a measuring stick, perhaps they don't measure up. That's okay though. You have to understand boundaries are not about making people treat you differently. Boundaries are not about you making people do things differently around you. Boundaries are knowing when something is at a limit, like this is my limit, this is my line, and you yourself take responsibility and action of yourself to remove yourself or to distance yourself or to change your atmosphere, however you can do it. And I know this is going to bring up a lot of conflict in people, and not everyone's going to like me because they're going to be like, well, how do I do that? I have to go to work every day. What do I do? I get that. You're in the system still, and you're still doing your thing. This isn't about the right or wrong of what you're doing. We're all doing the best we can as we can. This is about understanding that not everyone is at your level, just like you're not at everyone's level either. We always make this assumption that we understand and know what other people think and feel when we don't. I was watching this young lady, and don't get me wrong, I mean, her motivation is in the right spot. Her intention is in the right spot. Her understanding of it is flawed. And whoever's teaching her has a very limited experience with what it was they were talking about confronting pedophiles and holding them accountable, and she said dealing with them, whatever that means to you. I don't really care. But the thing is that her view of parents, of mothers specifically, and children was extremely narrow. And I gotta tell you, I get it. I do. It's hard not to see what's physically right in front of you. Those parents are abusing the children. They're not caring for the children. They're being defensive. They're lying to your face. But they're acting from a place of terror. They're living in a place of fear. Majority of people that are, this is coming from a person who grew up groomed to basically be a child bride to her stepdad. You gotta understand, we don't ever truly want to hurt each other. That's not our natural, normal thing. We do it because our needs aren't being met. And we have been trained, programmed, taught, groomed even. You could say the system grooms us even, really. But anyways, we've been groomed to believe we have to manipulate and fight every day to get our needs met. And when you come from a place where no one's coming to get you, that no one's going to help you, and your choice is between getting raped again for the 10th time in 3 days by your spouse or his friends, or letting the 13-year-old daughter do something instead, you are not going to be in a mental fucking state to make a good choice there. As a matter of fact, that woman probably wishes she was fucking dead but doesn't know how to die. And you're in there judging her, accusing her of not loving her children. She doesn't fucking love herself, for Christ's sake. She can't. She fucking loathes herself, and I can tell you that from experience. And a lot of women stick around in those situations because they feel they don't have a choice. That if they left, they'd be abandoning their kids. If they left, they'd be hunted down and fucking killed, and don't think they don't do that. Before you start judging people, before you assume they feel what you feel, that they know what you know, we're all doing the best we can where we are, as we are. Doesn't mean I have to like you. It doesn't. It doesn't mean you don't have to be held accountable for your choices. That's true too. But you need to be given the option of how you're going to be held accountable. I don't think it's fair for human beings to judge each other to the point where, well, this is what needs to happen now. What gives you the fucking right? Are you perfect? Have you ever not hurt someone else's feelings? Do you always do the fucking right thing? What makes you so fucking special you get to judge other people? That upsets me. Because some of these people that are going out there to save the children should be fucking saving the mothers too. Nobody had my back. Nobody. Not you fucking pedo hunters. Not you... Sorry, I'm getting mad. I'm going to calm down now. But nobody had my back. Not the system. Everyone wanted me to do things in a way that was going to leave me stuck and trapped. I could see it before it even started. If you are a pedo hunter, as people like to call them, you need to be hunting for the root of the problem. Not the leaves hanging off of the dirty ass fucking bush that you don't want hanging around your pretty people. The root of the problem stems from the fucking patriarchy system and the programming we all get from birth. Religious views. Be submissive to your husband, you better obey. You better suffer or you won't get into heaven. The religious cults that make you believe that if you aren't suffering enough, your rewards in heaven won't be very great. There's kids living in rural communities that are being groomed and treated like me, a child bride, to a dad whose mother might even be locked up in a fucking room all day. There's another story for you. I thought I had a bad story, but years ago, I remember talking to this woman, and she had survived a man who had kept her kidnapped and imprisoned, chained and locked in a room for 10 years. He didn't, I don't know if he essayed her son, but he beat the crap out of her and her kids. Every time she tried to escape, he'd run her legs over or break something else so she couldn't fucking move. Are you going to tell me that she wanted her kids to get hurt? Are you going to tell me that when she obeyed that man and did everything he said just so she could fucking leave her room and have supper and maybe hug her boy, that she wanted her kids to get hurt? All of you fucking high and mighty people out there, you think you know a thing or two? Trust me, those of us who've been through it, we can tell you don't fucking know what you're talking about. Those of us who had to live it, not just once, but for most of our fucking childhood and adult lives, we see that you have good intentions, and we do want you to keep having good intentions. But you need to start looking at the whole fucking picture, not just the tiny little fucking ants that go crazy and do something that they shouldn't be doing. 1 in 3 children are SA'd. That's not just a parent here or there who hates their kid. Smarten up. Anyways, that's it. Have a great day. Sorry. It bothered me. I don't know if you could tell. I don't like people who think they know everything. I don't like people who judge. And I don't like people who don't ask the right questions. If you're not willing to ask the right questions, if you're not willing to go and find the root of a problem, you're just adding to the fucking problem. Loop-de-loops. What you get is what you give and all that shit. Okay, bye.